1, this is Air Show Announcer. Hot copy, over.
Those two antennas.
Okay, basically the air boss says we're on time, so we're just going to
I don't think that was him, Rob. That sounded like see different ones back behind us. But you sure can see him off to the right now. That very sleek, unique profile. You'll notice there's no tail in the airplane. There's very few normal references of an aircraft that you will see.
Don't have any right now. We don't even know when Dad wants to
has
leave.
the YB-35 and the YB-49, propeller and jet versions, respectively. They did not win the contract from the United States Air Force for a long-range intercontinental bomber, and Jack Northrop had all of those aircraft destroyed, even though the Norcrackers, they were known, wanted to keep at least one. Ladies and gentlemen, from the right, Death 11 from Whiteman Air Force Base in Missouri.
Your cell phone, right?
Death 11 Air Show Announcer, you're live on the PA. Say hello, sir.
I don't know that phone number. I know your cell phone by heart.
You better hope it's not a girl flying that thing, Rob. It could be, because last time there was a female aboard. Let's try this. Let's talk about the airplane, and we'll worry about that later. Yes, it is refuelable on the KC-135, target speed about 225 knots. And yes, Jack Northrop, you were right. A flying wing will work. You were only 40 years ahead of your time. Ladies and gentlemen, Jack Northrop made this statement when he saw that airplane fly in the late 1980s. Now I know why I have lived this long. A big round of applause for the foresight of Jack Northrop. 25 of these first made public on public display November 22nd back in 1988. Rolled out of its hangar at Plant 42 out in Palmdale, California, when it flew at the home of the Wright Stubb. Formerly Muroc, it's known as a number of different names. You know it as Edwards Air Force Base. Whiteman Air Force Base, first operational base. The first aircraft delivered there appropriately on December 17th of 1993. Prime contractor, the Northrop Company, Northrop Grumman's Military Aircraft Company, and Jack Northrop was vindicated. Okay, we think now we're going to get on the PA. All right, we'll give her one more shot at it. Death 11 Air Show Announcer, hot copy, over. I got the squelch opened up, but I bet you I'm not getting out far enough to get to him. Death 11 Air Show Announce, over. Never works. I've done it 30 miles out. Death 11, hot copy, over. Copy you now, sir. Copy you not loud and clear, but we got you. Go ahead, sir. Over.
Or not.
Well, my radios aren't working today, so Danny, I'm sorry about that.
That's 1-1. This is Captain Billy Hepler, crewmate Captain Rob Lamontagne. Thank you for inviting us out today. Get to show off to the public there that long-range strike in a B-2. Static global strike in a long-range precision to the United States. Thanks for having us out today. Hope y'all enjoy the show.
Thank you, sir. Copy that loud and clear. It's a beautiful airplane to us here, and the people love it, sir.
Rob, it's interesting how history has changed. You know, the P-51 obviously famous for being able to escort the bombers. But now with the stealth technology, we don't even want to have fighters anywhere near the B-2 when it's on a mission, because their radar signature could give away the position of the B-2. The little friends are no longer needed. They go into combat high at night, alone and unafraid.
And if that airplane isn't right out of Star Wars, if it isn't a look into the future, that is just awesome to see that shape. Look at the thin profile out there and know that it's stealthy. Radar.
Bombers, bomb lead. We're just moving ahead to do our run-up.
Oh, radar does not reflect back to the enemy's radar screen. And these days, folks, if you're not stealthy, you're just not in the game. It is part of the mandatory requirements out there for obvious reasons. Engines are currently used in the B-17 are the General Electric engines, each powering the aircraft at 17,300 pounds of thrust each. Inlets for the engines are blended into the top of the wing, also to reduce radar reflections. It's also interesting to note that Jack Northrop's YB-49 had a wingspan of 172 feet. Guess what the wingspan is of the V2?
172.
It's 172 feet. Exactly. You told me that Jack Northrop didn't know what he was doing. He was just too much of a genius at that time.
Hey, the hangars are already built. Let's make sure they still fit in them.
That's right. There are some. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the last pass, Wayne Boggs tells me. So give him a wave, everybody. It looks like he's going to give us a great pass by here. Jack Northrop did, at the time of the YB-49, there were some issues with stability, being able to stay on course. Now, with fly-by-wire control systems, the great computers that we have, his design was vindicated. Look at this incredible airplane, ladies and gentlemen. The strange shape designed to deflect rather than reflect radar waves.
Oh, I knew they'd do that. I knew they'd give us a photo pass. They're looking down here. Don't think they're not. I'm going to ask you to wave like crazy. Wave the hat if you haven't. Happy to be a part. They're looking down at all those Mustangs and all the fighters and all the bombers, and they're saying, that's where we came from.
Yeah, right now they're really hoping the caution light comes on and they have to land in cautionary measures.
That's what we're all hoping. 110,000 pounds empty, 376,000 pounds loaded. And power at speeds of about 475 miles an hour. Again, it's still not speed is the issue. In a bobber, it is working. No more than 21 will ever exist. You and I were fortunate to see the typical profile of 3 passes. And most airports, they may be going to another airport.